Okay, guys, so you missed our live stream training yesterday. Not to worry, I'm going to give you a 10-minute recap of our entire 2.5, almost 3-hour session last night. Okay, so we were at part 1 of our QiMen training, and part 1 largely focuses on awakening your awareness to QiMen and awakening your ability to manifest. So the gist of the entire training was to ignite a breakthrough in certain aspects of your life. Okay, so we want financial breakthrough, we want owning your freedom, you want to have better relationships, you want to be able to have better health, you want to have unshakable purpose. All this begins with understanding how to use QiMen in the form of 2 things. Number 1 is to asking for guidance. That means you want to tap to QiMen in that spiritual realm where you could actually receive guidance. And then number 2 is to be able to co-create destiny. And to co-create the reality and destiny that you want, we call that the art of manifesting. So I begin the entire training by explaining there is a difference between the law of attraction thing, which is very much Western metaphysics, and the difference between that and Chinese metaphysics, which is involving QiMen. Now, what is the main key difference between the Chinese metaphysics when it comes to manifesting is that we still incorporate all the so-called positive thinking and emotionals and all the stuff. But the one important factor that we add in is direction and time. There's this factor of using time-dimensional portals, which is what we call the QiMen Dunjiang, to access the divine realm, the heaven realm, the earth realm, and the human realm, all the energies alignment to assist with that transformation, that manifesting. Okay, so of the different QiMen application models, which I've already explained in the training, the one that we're focusing on is the spiritual QiMen. And I did explain that in spiritual QiMen, it's not religion QiMen, meaning there's no worshipping, there is no prayers, that offerings that you need to make, because this is not some special being that you're praying to. Spiritual basically means you are activating that self-awareness, you are experiencing life on a higher dimension, and you are being able to transform yourself because you're accessing higher consciousness. You're discovering your own truth. That's the spiritual path, okay? So we introduced the concept of looking at your own QiMen imprint, the energies that you're born with. And so that chart is called the QiMen Destiny chart. We introduced that yesterday. So if you've not already done so, you should watch the replay, get the gold pass and watch the replay, okay? So in that QiMen Destiny chart, you have different areas that are designated to your wealth, your career, your well-being, your family, your subconscious, your karmic palace, and so forth. So by understanding the overlapping of the static chart with the dynamic charts, such as the month chart, day chart, hour chart of QiMen, that you get different portals activated specifically for your life. So if you want to manifest something or create, get an answer to or guidance to a career, for example, career-related question or career manifesting, we can just focus on the career palace. If you want to focus on wealth-related aspects, we can just focus on the wealth aspects. So that is the model that we are working with, okay? And I also introduced the idea of your lifetime membership to the guardian of destiny. Okay, so there are 10 different guardians of destiny: the chief, the 9 heavens, the great moon, and so forth. So I've explained the strength and abilities of each, and I also explained how accessing them on a natural state, or sometimes in a way that you're not conscious with your manifesting, unconsciously manifesting something that you don't want, because you're not conscious with the natural abilities of this, the 10 deities. Okay, so for some people, like for example, they are looking at, let's just say, the 9 earth, right? 9 earth is asset accumulation, healing, and all that. But when it is unconscious, well, some people are unconscious what it can do, right? So then they become very obsessed with health, very obsessed with nutrition to the point where they are biohacking to the extreme and going a bit overboard. Or maybe they're just hoarding stuff, right? Because accumulation term gone wrong is like hoarding all this stuff that they don't need, right? So sometimes they have this sort of issues because they're not aware of the dark side of manifesting. Now, I spent considerable time on explaining how unconscious manifesting could actually be setting you back from getting your goals. I mean, why are you meeting this type of people in your life? Maybe it's because the chief is protecting you from the possibility of betrayal and getting heartbreaks, and therefore it is preventing you from getting into a relationship because it doesn't want you to suffer, because you are trying to say, I want to manifest my safety, right? So if you are more conscious with that manifesting, it becomes a possibility to co-create the outcome that you want instead of naturally allowing it to flow the way it is right now, okay? And there is a huge difference between wishing and manifesting. I've explained that during the training as well, because most people approach manifesting as wishing. And wishing is not the right way to use QiMen, because wishing comes from a perspective that you don't have something and therefore you wish you have it, and therefore you're coming from the perspective of scarcity. And anyone approaching manifesting from scarcity will not get the outcome. So QiMen is not an art of wishing. It is an art of manifesting or co-creating or writing the reality that you want. It's kind of like bending reality, okay? So how do you do this? Well, there is a framework to do this. So I introduced the QiMen Manifesting framework. Now, ordinarily, people go with the law of attraction. It's like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to positive thing, I'm going to do expectations and all that stuff, right? But in QiMen Manifesting framework, there's a clear 5-step process to do this, right? On how you set the intention, to how you set the alignment with the 4 realms of QiMen, and then choose the commands to command the energies, whether it's a spiritual energy, heavenly energy, timing, whatever it is, you want to give that command. It's like your subconscious. Once it receives the right command, it will go to take action, right? And then you conquer means you're going to do something to align your physical existence to that goal. And finally, you want to validate the answers that's coming in. And in that cycle, in that way, you are literally using a framework to manifest the outcome. And I also explained that in order for you to get the best possible results with manifesting using QiMen, besides selecting the period of time where the chart is right, you have to do 2 things. One is you have to gain clarity. Without clarity, without clear intent, you can't manifest an outcome. And a lot of people have problems clarifying what they want. Most people have a general idea of what they want, but not specific enough for QiMen to act on. And so there are 7 practices that I've introduced that you could use backing your QiMen destiny direction. And if you go through that 7 steps, it will allow you to actually gain better clarity over a subject or an area that you want to access and manifest. Okay? That was the first part. And the second part was getting into flow, getting in sync with the alignment of QiMen energies. And to do that, to get in sync, you have to understand heaven realm, earth realm, man realm, and spirit realm all together. Then any alignment of the 4 realms will create miracles. Okay? But to get to that synchronicity with that alignment, one needs to first clear the negative energy. And I gave the example yesterday that clearing energy is kind of like that, right? You have a glass, and inside that glass there's urine, there's pee inside that glass, right? And even if you, with that glass, and you pour the best whiskey in, or the best drinks, the best Coca-Cola or the whatever you like, right? The beer or the best tequila, right? The best vodka, you put all inside, but this is a glass that has a section of it is in pee, is urine. You still be drinking pee, So the first step is to not just pour away the pee, the urine, you also need to cleanse the glass in thorough, right? Cleansing, whatever, to kill the bacteria and germs and whatever, right? So you need to go through that process before this glass is usable. And that is the same analogy that I use when it comes to manifesting. If our minds and our energy field is on a negative downward spiral, you can't just put positive manifesting inside and try and think positive and manifest positive stuff. It won't happen. You're still drinking pee. Okay? So I gave out 2 very important dates. And by the way, did you guys use that cleansing date and time this morning? Yeah? So for those of you who are watching this, probably you already missed it, right? So don't miss the second one, which is on October 24th between 3 to 5 p.m. Okay? So I already gave out the dates and details, so I need you to go watch the training, at least 3 to 5 p.m. In October 24th. Backing west, that's the second best use for cleansing time, okay? And I have sent out a message with the guided cleansing command for you to go through on Telegram. So if you're not already on Telegram, make sure you join Telegram to be able to go through that. So you're on a back west, 24th of October, that's the second timing, okay? And then at about 3:30 or so, then I will send you the voice, just like I did this morning, right? If you're done this morning, you don't need to do tomorrow, okay? Unless you want to, but go through, cleanse it, just like you're cleansing the glass that has urine inside in order to have for you to pour better drinks onto it. The same way you want to cleanse your negative energy, all the trauma, all the blockage, and all the negative limited beliefs that block you from manifesting. That needs to go. And when that is done, then and only then we can manifest successfully. Okay? And I've also given out an exercise for you to go through. It's a 6-part process, and that exercise itself is self-explanatory. And if you go through the exercise, you would be able to gain a lot of clarity on what you truly want to manifest and why not getting the results will set you back. And all that will allow you to clearly identify, what do you want to achieve in this life, okay? And I also introduce that if those who do their homework might get a chance to win a copy of this book. There are 3 copies that we're giving away. This is the full details about all the deities. They're all inside this book, all right? So if you want to get this, then you must do your homework, okay? And for those of you who don't already have, so we already sent out the day charts for the next couple of days for those who are participating in this 4-part training. This is only part 1. We didn't done part 1 yesterday, which is awakening, right? We still have 3 more parts coming out. For those of you, right, who don't already have so, you might want to get your copy of the latest manifesting planner for you to actually do this for 365 days, okay? This is the planner itself. We announced that yesterday, or you can actually use the Pro Tong Shu if you already have that as well. Okay, so either way, or you can use the free software, which the link I provided here in the email that you're receiving, okay? So remember, we've gone through part 1. Do your homework, right? Do the cleansing exercise, and I will see you for part 2. Please watch it live because it's more exciting to watch it live. And even if you get the Gold Pass to watch the replay, some very juicy parts might not be in there. So watch it live, okay? See you then.